Welcome back everyone to more Mortal Kombat greatness. As you all may know by now, Janet Cage, the ultimate megastar from another timeline, has arrived in Mortal Kombat 1. And I just had to try her out with my glorious star, Johnny Cage. I have finally found another cameo besides Cyrax that I think I'll actually have a lot of fun with, and as you just seen, we are able to implement Johnny's charge back 2 into our combos with Janet, similar to the corner combos we were able to get with Cyrax. In today's video, we'll be first looking at all of the combos I was able to find with Johnny and Janet, and then we'll see how we do in actual matches with the both of them. So without further ado, to all of my Johnny mains out there watching, continue to evolve because it only gets better from here. Here are the button references I'll be using to help you follow along with the combo guide section of this video. First things first, just like our Johnny Cyrax combo guide, let's begin with our mid-screen combos. I do have some quote-unquote optimals and easier alternatives, but it's only been about a week since her release, so there's still so much more we could possibly find with her. As I show these combos, you are free to pause the video and practice them yourself, and after, I'll try my best to go over what I think are the most difficult parts of each and every combo. I've also arranged these combos from the least amount of damage to the most amount, and from the meterless to the metered, beginning with the mid-screen combos and ending with the cornered ones. Majority of these combos only contain one use of Janet's cameo, which is amazing. Janet can also get us a grab combo with our back throw, so just like how Cyrax's forward throw would get us a pop-up for a possible 30+% combo, Janet can get us a little something as well. And unlike Cyrax,
we don't have to spend 2 bars to get it.
Now the one thing I won't be going over too much in this video is Janet's stance ability. I haven't gotten anything crazy with her stance moves yet, so if you guys got any sauce with it or any better combos, let me know in the comments and I'll for sure try them out. Or you know, you could just gatekeep it. I mean, it is yours. But anyways, Janet will most likely be my next main cameo replacing Cyrax, mainly because of the fact that I can get a pretty simple hype combo from any conversion, which is also an inevitable 45+% combo. With Janet, we also get the much cheaper grab combos, the better corner combos, and another thing that we'll get into later, which is the mime wall, which will allow me to build hype without interruption. And there's some characters who just don't like to play along with the mime wall rules, but we'll go over how to deal with those. By now, I'm sure you've seen a good number of mid-screen combos and have attempted your hand at them. So now, let's go over one of my highest mid-screen combos step by step and find out how to consistently complete these creative sequences of strings. Here we have a 53.8% mid-screen combo using 1 bar beater, 1 cameo, and a fatal blow, but can easily be turned into a 70% setup. If you know, you know. The first part of this combo was not in my Johnny Cyrax guide as I didn't know the combo at the time. So after inputting 214 and enhancing Rising Star, you want to delay this punch in the air as much as possible so that when you land and jump again, the timing on the next punch can be easily executed. So we do 214, enhanced Rising Star, delayed air punch into an immediate jump, and right here is the hard part of this combo that for some of you may take some time to get down. After that immediate jump, you want to delay this next punch as shown here. There isn't really an indicator for when to throw this second punch, it's more of a feeling of when to throw the second punch. So when you're practicing this, you'll obviously know when you've got the timing right if the 212 after that second delayed punch fully connects. After delaying that second jump in, immediately press 212. Most casual players don't know that if you input a string fast enough while you're falling, it will do that string when you land. So you don't have to wait until you land to start inputting 212. It'll still work if everything beforehand is timed correctly, but in my opinion, the alternative is much easier. After inputting and landing 212, when that last punch hits is when you want to call Janet's forward cameo, and here is the trick. You want to initially tap her forward cameo twice to give her the double punch, and right after you input that, a single forward dash into back 2 hold will hit your opponent, stunning them, giving you a hype combo opportunity, a fatal blow opportunity, an unblockable setup opportunity, or you can just stand 4 into Shadow Kick to simply finish the combo. You can also land the charge back 2 after 3 Janet punches, but it's really tricky to get down. But I'll be getting into more detail later on those specific mid-screen combos. Although Janet can get up to 3 hits in one cameo call, you can only imp her up to 2 times in a combo. And you guys might say,
Well, Mellock, what do you mean?
whoa. If on the first cameo call you use her amp twice, and later in that same combo you try to use her amp again, it will not come out. But if you use her amp once on the first cameo call in that combo, you can use it once again later in that same combo. So now that we got that information out of the way, let's move on to our corner combos. Compared to our corner combos with Cyrax, Janet is levels above. We're going to be leaving our opponents scared to get touched in the corner. Pause. My goodness. That was wow. Let's just skip to the highest corner combo. If you've watched my Johnny Cyrax combo guide, then you're a little familiar with the beginning of this combo. But if not,
Then strap in.
as this is a potential 59% combo using 1 barb meter, 1 cameo assist, hype, and fatal blow. This is what I call an all-in-one combo where there's just everything being thrown in it to create this
Beautifully magnificent combo.
To begin this corner combo, we input our 2-1-2 overhead launcher, then a standing 4, another standing 4 with our enhanced rising star followed by an air punch, and as we hit the ground, we input our final standing 4 into a raw shadow kick. Now after you input those last moves, you want to immediately call for Janet's ambush assist. It doesn't matter which one you do, the back cameo or forward cameo. In the corner, they both hit the same way and do the same damage, so it really just comes down to preference. Just like our mid-screen combos, we want to double tap Janet's ambush assist initially so that we get that double punch off the bat. Now in this combo, we only did 2 punches, but you can do 3. You don't really need to do the 3rd punch if it's too difficult for you. You're still getting pretty decent damage with just the 2. But for the sake of a future combo, I'll go over the best indicator for when to call out that 3rd punch to help you get that little bit of extra damage. For this timing, it's very simple and shouldn't really take you that much time to get down. You simply want to call for the 3rd punch right as Janet connects the 2nd punch, and when her body glows green, that is the green light that you've timed the input correctly and can begin to chart up that back 2 for whatever setup you desire, whether it's building hype, activating hype, setting up the unblockable, and so on. And if you have trouble with hype combos, now with the new practice features added in from the previous patches, you can start in practice with hype and practice these more efficiently. Specifically, the follow-up after shadow dashing, which is a pretty difficult part to time since there's such a small window. Now that we've went over some of our best Johnny Janet combos, you may have literally just seen these already, but just to make sure you know what they are, let's go over the easier alternative combos for mid-screen and corner. The reason I put these specific combos as easier alternatives is because they don't take as much thinking and timing as the optimals I went over. You don't have to worry about charging back 2, any specific or crazy timings, dash cancels, or nothing. But if you find yourself looking for more damage, you're always free to evolve your game to the next stage right here in this video. So for the last and final combo I'll be going over before we get into Janet's mind is Johnny's grab combo. You know, like the combo Liu Kang spam on you with Kung Lao Mataro and Chameleon. Yeah, that one. It's about time I got one of those. Now the timing for this combo is fairly simple. When Johnny gets under your opponent for the leg sweep, right before he's about to swap sides, that is when you want to double input Janet's back cameo ambush assist. And upon doing that, Johnny will be back up on his feet, ready to extend off of it for a potential 200 plus damage.
Amazing. Am I right?
And when you start to get comfortable with that, then you can add the 3rd hit, which will give you this. There is simply just so much potential with this cameo. But anyways, let's get into her mime wall. Right now, I'm mainly using Janet's mime wall, or as the game calls it, mime time, to build up hype and to keep opponents back and maybe bait out a move. Now, although Janet's mime time seems very useful for a variety of reasons, it's good to know what can and cannot go through it. There's those that play along, and then there's those that bend all the rules of mime reality and go through the wall as if it isn't even there.
Torpedo!
So I guess her mime time has its limits. But while I was checking what moves can and can't go through mime time, I decided to check fatal blows as well. And it seems like mime time is much stronger than I thought it was. And everyone else, is blasting through it.
Torpedo!
Everyone that has a close mid-far type of projectile is also getting through her wall, except for Rain's Rain God projectile. So Astra in her dark form is getting through, as well as Geras, Quan Chi, Old Shang, and Rain's Whirlpool. Teleporters like Smoke and Scorpion can also work around your wall, which unfortunately for Smokes, can easily be telegraphed and punished. Projectiles with more than 3 coming at you will also create openings in the wall, like Raiden and Reiko. And then there are just a couple of moves that just look hilarious against Mime Time, like Reptile's dash attack, which attacks Janet, leaving him wide open for a free punish, and Reiko's run just being halted by an immovable force named Janet Cage. Now, if I had to pick a perfect counter for Mime Time, it would have to be Quan Chi. This dude has the bone trap, the overhead skulls, and the portal kick to get to you behind that wall. So against him, building hype that way is definitely out of the picture. But now that we've got the combos out of the way and Mime Time out of the way, we are now ready for the gameplay. And I know.
What about the stance? What about the stance?
I'm still working on how I can implement it with my pressure stream. So if you guys got any sauce with it, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to put it in the next MK upload. So without further ado, let's see how good Janet Cage actually is in an online setting.
Take 1. Action!
Alright, now in these matches I was still a little rusty on the perfection of the combos like I have with Cyrax, as I kinda just learned them, practiced them for consistency, and went online. So you might see a few dropped combos here and there, which is perfectly fine when trying something new. But as you see at the top of the health bar, me and this Rain have already played 3 times, and after those 3 matches, this Rain came to the conclusion that being up close to my Johnny would make him extremely uncomfortable. So you'll see him doing a lot of backdashing, down 3s to keep me away, mixing them up with his armor move, down back 3, and calling striker after he loses his turn to throw me off. So to avoid him running out the timer on me and zoning, I'm constantly rushing him down, faking him out, and grabbing to basically overload his brain, trying to decide what I'm going to do when I get close to him. And I play a little bit of Rain myself. I played him heavy in MK11, so I was definitely going to try him out here in MK1. And Rain has some really good mind games too when he's close up. For example, with this lineup this Rain has, that 1-1 could be mixed with 1-1-2, 1-1-4, 1-1 backdash into back 2, and then maybe strike grenades after. There's a lot to look for against duos like Rain and Striker, simply because of how useful those strike grenades can be to his playstyle. But unfortunately here, the Rain didn't have many options against my Fatal Blow setup and fell victim to the 77% combo.
Take 1. Action!
Now this shot was really good with his mix-ups, simply because of my impatient and aggressive playstyle. Against Serena, I'm usually at a big disadvantage, and Shao's stand 2 doesn't make it any better as it reaches across the universe to check me whenever I try to close in the gap. So it kind of forces me to sometimes spam down 3 to counter it before moving in, or make a gamble and armor through it with Shadow Kick. I can also make another gamble and try to EX parry it for a free combo and close positioning, but then he can simply call Serena during my recovery frames
And eat me alive.
so it's as evenly risky as the Shadow Kick. And a lot of times you'll see me down 1 on wake up. It's kind of a habit for me to check my opponent with down 1 on wake up if it's in the gap of their pressure or if they're walking me down. And if they're blocking it, looking for a poke punish every time, then I could try to wake up with down 1 parry to throw them all the way off. And as you just seen there, you can pull off a corner combo where you build up hype after a rising star and come back to finish the combo with stand for a Shadow Kick, but only if you can manage to input Janet's 3rd punch in time. After grabbing this Shao 2 times in a row, he's definitely going to be checking me with that stand 2, and I managed to get a lucky jump in and juggle him while also dodging the annoying Serena knives. Serena is definitely top 3 in cameos I despise. Now I know for certain who the other 2 are. And just like with the Rain, I'm keeping the pressure on. He hasn't been up blocking me and I guess trying to anti-air me, so the jumping just keep working. And with 70% of his life left, little does he know the potential of this combo that'll leave him in a very bad spot. Now I tried the delay tactic with hype, but he quickly catches on, so not wanting to give him any momentum, I break this combo and get a miss input with my Shadow Kick that luckily doesn't get fully punished. And what should have been the end of the game was for some odd reason postponed, because 1, I didn't end the combo with a Shadow Kick, and 2, why am I doing a jump in when I can simply chip him out? So after 40% of my life just disappears, I'm now in Fatal Blow leading to death territory. So I call out my girl Janet for backup, up, and look at that. It's like having my own Sento. There's a reason Johnny and Kenshi are such good friends. But that'll do it for the Johnny x Janet combo guide. If you found anything in this video helpful, let me know by liking the video so you can help even more combatants find this guide. And if you find any Johnny Janet sauce, let me know by leaving it in the comments down below, and I'll be seeing your comments, even the long ones. But anyways, majority of you voted for the combo guide to come out first, and here it is. So to close out the double upload, you know what's coming next. So be there or be scared. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.